As a general intro, in October I moved to Catania, Sicily, the southernmost region of Italy. Here I follow my fascination for the tradition and multiple cultures that makes Italy's identity. Soon I started an anthropological research on the territory that led to the production of both these projects. They are as much as an asset as they're one of the factors underlying our national, socio-political and economical problems. My first project is called Fish Cycle, a printed publication based on a case study of the small-scale fishing cycle in Catania, Sicily. The publication targets an ethically conscious traveler and aims to provoke reaction and deepen debates around the small local communities that have surrounded us for generations. The general intent is to inform, question local business, and involve the reader and future tourist of Catania in the local matters. Ultimately, the reader should be provided with a deeper insight, a conscious and a critical perspective on some of the most relevant and characteristic aspects of the city of Catania. In this issue, I approached the cycle of the fish with a cultural anthropology research method, that of the participant observer. The first two chapters written in third person are The Harbor and the Sea, where I face the experience of the night fishing and the arrival of the fish at the port at dawn. The Fish Market, where is the moment in which the fish is sold in one of the most characteristic places of the city. This chapter is accompanied by an illustrated map in the form of a leporello, where some of the subjects, symbols, and factors that most characterize this place are illustrated, such as, for example, the graffiti of the patron of the city called Sant'Agata. If the fish market chapters empathize the genuineness of these people and quite picturesque and unique situation nowadays, the antecedent stage is different, the night fishing. The night fishing brings to the surface all its contradiction and innumerable aspects of the term locality. The issue of marine pollution, illegal fishing, and themes related to gender difference stand out. In the last case, I was able to see firsthand that the fishing environment is a place for men only, where the figure of the woman is still dominated by a patriarchal culture. This experience living during night fishing make me understand, at the end, that even during the fish market the same ideals still exist. Even that place was considered an environment for men only, as a woman going to the market is equivalent to be deceived in a certain way by selling you fish at either price or not fresh. So, the myth of the fisherman as a guardian of the sea is proved completely wrong. Watching fishermen reject plastic caught with nets in the sea during night fishing in 2020 was shocking. To continue, the writing method changed with chapter number 4, where in the first person, in the form of a diary, I note down observation from my personal point of view, reflecting on feelings, contexts, and realities I have faced through this experience. Chapter 5, called Simply South, it's an article recounting the period in which we're living now with the pandemic, from mass tourism to foreign destination, questioning many issues that we did not address before as immersed in the ethic life of this century, such as the quality of life, the rediscovery of local dimension, and the forcing to travel within our country due to COVID, often discovering places never seen and neglected. The last chapter or conclusion contains a general overview and reflection on the different chapters within the publication. The last chapter, for example, concludes with, in these Sicilian months, I've been able to see how these situations are due to a cultural factor that involves the vast majority of people to ignore or even worse, not give their contribution to solving the problems that affect them directly. The publication is available online for purchase, as you can see from this website, where from the first video is it possible to browse all digitally. Have some insight in the about, together with a presentation text of the general concept. You can tap on Buy Fish Cycle, where you can easily buy the publication and ask for info by sending me an email.